I'm going to share something that I believe within the next 2 weeks is going to make money. I will show you proof, let's say, of why it's going to do that based on something, based on options data, because if you follow the options, you follow the money. If you follow the money, then yeah, most likely those people behind the money have some type of insider information. And you know what? I think here in this case, we got something that could be called that. So I'll share that with you in a little bit. So it's something that's going to make money within the next 2 weeks. But it's connected to Iran, obviously, because that's what's shaping the markets right now. Yesterday, we had Trump say that Iran war will be over soon. If anybody believed it, fine, but I did not believe it. I don't believe it at all in any way, shape. This is a very complicated war. Iran really, in my opinion, has nothing to lose anymore. They've been, bombed the shit out of them. And in 2 times that they had any negotiations with the U.S., they got bombed in the middle of the negotiations, which is like, come on, man, that's just not, it's not cool. I'm not standing up for the Iranian regime. It's not a government that I would have liked to have, but when you're having negotiations and you bomb somebody in the middle of the negotiations, like, why would they even trust you anymore or even listen to you? And we also had a deal with Iran as far as the nuclear thing going under the Obama administration. Maybe it was good, maybe it wasn't a great deal, but the deal existed. President Trump decided to tear it apart, go into a war with no goal or any plan laid out specifically of what, I don't know. I don't even know what the outcome will be out of this. I don't think even the administration knows. They just go day by day, I guess. And then we had yesterday, which was interesting, the U.S. Energy Secretary claiming the first tanker was escorted through the Strait of Hormuz, which was false. It was obviously then proven to be false because the Secretary of Energy removed his post on the X platform, wherever he posted. So he removed it. So it obviously turned out to be false. And then this, oil went back up again. That it recovered that 50% drop super fast.
Due in part to this post from Energy Secretary Chris Wright that, quote, the U.S. Navy successfully escorted an oil tanker through the Strait of Hormuz. Wright quickly deleting the post.
I don't even know how you make something so stupid, like such a mistake. I mean, there's no excuse for it. How in the world do you go on posting that and then deleting it and, it was like, I don't know, whatever. Some people were like, it's market manipulation. They wanted to bring the oil stocks down so somebody can get in real quick. No, but it was just like something stupid. Anyways, Iran found it funny, I guess. And they said maybe on PlayStation. There's no way, obviously, that that Iran can take on the U.S. and Israel together and beat them. There's no way. Iran's going to lose, for sure, this war. But they know it, and I think that their strategy is not to beat the U.S. and Israel militarily, but to drag this war as much as possible, inflict as much damage to infrastructure, and increase. I think Iran's target mission is also to try to cause as much prolonged increase in energy prices globally to make the U.S., as they say, in Europe and all their allies and all that, to suffer economically and regret that they made the move that they did. Reuters reports U.S. Energy Secretary Chris Wright removes the post about Navy escorting oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz. A few weeks ago, I had made a YouTube video, and in my YouTube video, I had said that the Strait of Hormuz is going to be closed, and it was. And I had said that the U.S. would then get involved in trying to free the Strait of Hormuz from Iranian influence at all, so that they can open it up and resume the flow of oil, because you can't keep that the Strait of Hormuz closed for too long, because then we will have, and this is not a conspiracy or fantasy, this is the truth. If you keep the Strait of Hormuz closed for months, you will definitely have $200 a barrel in oil, maybe even more. You will definitely have recession globally. You will definitely have market crashes globally. The U.S. would go into a full-blown correction, and many many countries globally, their markets will not be able to survive, and we'll have market crashes, economic downturns, really bad stuff. You can't have it closed. And the U.S. knows it, and I'm sure the phones are ringing in Washington from various leaders all over the world, and they're telling, President Donald Trump, look, you got to, either stop this war, end it now, or do something and keep the oil flowing through the Strait of Hormuz.
Market is collapsing. We need stability now.
Oil prices are destroying our economies.
Please, we cannot afford another crash.
So the U.S. is going to get involved in what I have been saying since last year, and that will be putting boots on the ground. You will get tired of me saying that until you start to realize that Mike was right, because there's no other way to do it. If you want to keep the Strait of Hormuz open and the flow of oil so that we don't collapse economies, and someone might say, well, Mike, why did we even have to get involved? That's a whole different story of why we even got involved in this. Now we're involved in it. Now we're in it. And that's how it goes. The only way out of it is to get someone to, not the U.S. and Israel, but someone else to come in between Iran, U.S. and Israel to create negotiations and end this, because negotiations with U.S., Israel, and Iran will never happen, because obviously we bombed them twice in the middle of negotiations, so Iran's not even interested at all in having negotiations. So Iran begins laying mines in the Strait of Hormuz yesterday. And when we had that, the news that came out about Iran laying mines, that news came yesterday. Hours before that news came, we had something very interesting that just started to flow in the unusual options channel of our Discord. And this is why I say it's not a promotion. You can go anywhere you want. I'm telling you, if you're having a hard time navigating the markets, especially now, I believe that you either, well, you probably should, not either, but you should have a professional financial advisor. But if you don't want to have a professional financial advisor, then find yourself some tools, because just on your own might be very tough. So we have tools in my Discord. And the unusual options channel, and I'll show you what came in a little bit, was very interesting. It caught my eye, and I was like, why are we getting this unusual option coming in right now? Why are the elites pouring their money in this specific option on this specific trade? And then hours after that, we get this, that the Iran begins laying mines in the Strait of Hormuz, and it started to make sense to me. And then we had, after that, we had the president posting on Truth Social, the following: if Iran has put out any mines in the Hormuz Strait, and we have no reports of them doing so, he has reports, because he bombed yesterday like 20 Iranian ships that he claims were laying mines. We want them removed immediately. Hey guys, remove it immediately, because President Donald Trump, who just bombed the shit out of us, told us to do it. Like I said, I'm not standing up for the Iranian regime, but it's like stupid. Like don't post these things like, oh, remove them immediately, like they're going to listen to you.
President Trump has not ruled out boots on the ground in Iran. Are you afraid of a U.S. invasion in your country?
No, we are waiting for them.
You are waiting for the U.S. military to invade the ground troops?
Yes, because we are confident that we can confront them, and that would be a big disaster for them.
Tools that are helping us navigate this crazy world are the Stock Wizard, if you click on that, then there's like 30 different AI commands. I'm not going to go through that. Stock Forecast, which it's an AI automated, tells you for each stock what it believes will do, what move it will make, and it explains. The unusual options. Now, and there's more tools that you can see here, so it's actually, it's stunning. If you have all these tools, and you use them, and you use them properly, you can make really good, amazing trades and help your portfolio big time. So here are the USO options. I took a screenshot and made them a little larger so you can see. By the way, just a quick note for those who are watching that are in the Discord or want to join, I do not replicate the unusual option. So if I see an unusual option that I like and I agree with it, I don't replicate the option, but instead I just buy the stock itself and then try to sell it by or around that expiration date of the option, and it works really good for me. So that's just the way I do it. And it says sentiment bullish, so it's telling us that this is a bullish sentiment, a bullish unusual option. The current price at that time that the unusual option took place was $105.74. It's telling us that the target price is $130, so someone's aiming for $130. Expiration date by March 20th, 2026. Again, another one here at $105.86. Target $115 by March 20th. So, you know what? USO, I believe it, and there's plenty of unusual options for USO that came in. They were all bullish lately. All of them. There's a lot of them. So I believe that USO is going to hit 120 to 140 US dollars within the next 2 weeks. All right, 120 to 140 US dollars within the next 2 weeks, and right now it is trading around 104, 105 bucks. But if someone were to put like 100,000 bucks at current price, 105 bucks, what is that, like 800 shares? I don't know. I'm just trying to think about it. Maybe I did the math wrong, but around there. So let's say it's around 800, 820 shares. So you have 800 shares of USO, and it moves up like 20 bucks a share more. You just made $16,000 within 2 weeks. Let me say it again. This is not financial advice. This is just my opinion of what I think USO is going to do. You obviously have to do your own research and homework and decide for yourselves, right? But this is just my opinion. Yesterday, we also had more news that are in connection with USO that came in after the unusual option. So this is, again, reinforcing why this unusual option on USO to me makes a lot of sense. And somebody knew something, and that's why those things took place. Trump says U.S. to build first new oil refinery in 50 years, a $300 billion deal.
All right, so we have more breaking news that's just coming in as well. Trump is announcing the opening of an oil refinery in Texas, thanking India's reliance for tremendous investment.
And now it makes more sense because 2 weeks ago,
this is a bond of real friendship. Great friend, my great friend.
Okay, so to wrap up the video, USO is the whole point of all this. I believe the United States Oil Fund has opportunity to make big moves. It moves fast. There's a lot of volume in this. Yes, they had like 65 million in volume, so you can definitely put money in, get them out quick. There's a lot of volume. It moves fast, and I believe it's going to make big moves. This is a taste of what's going on or what could go on in our Discord. There's a lot of tools. If people use the tools in the Discord properly, then they can come up with plays like that. And I say properly because some people come into the Discord and they expect that I will be their full blown out guide, and I can't be that because first of all, I'm not online 24/7. So there's the tools are there. Use them, and you can make some really, really awesome picks. Thank you very much for watching this YouTube video. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about USO, and I wish you all the best. Take care.